Dear colleagues and friends, on behalf of the Department of Economic and Social Affairs of the UN Secretariat, it is my great honor and pleasure to take part in this press conference dedicated to the 75th anniversary of the United Nations and the 20th anniversary of the UN Global Compact. We are concluding a year of unprecedented global challenges and upheavals for humankind. The COVID-19 pandemic has inflicted perhaps the greatest pain and suffering in the 75-year history of the United Nations. But even before the outbreak of the pandemic, the world was not on track to achieve many sustainable development goals. The current situation is much worse. The pandemic has had a devastating impact on health systems, economies, and societies of many countries around the world. Recent estimates show that by the end of the year, the global output will fall by 5%. About 100 million more people will be pushed into extreme poverty and hunger, resulting from unemployment and loss of income and livelihood. There is already evidence of aggravated inequalities in terms of education, health, incomes, and gender-based violence. Climate change, environmental pollution, and biodiversity loss continue unabated. At this time, the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development is more relevant and important than ever. The SDGs set a compass for recovery from the pre-pandemic path towards a more sustainable, inclusive, and equitable future for all. The SDGs must be viewed as an integrated whole for this transformation to happen, compelling us to choose actions that maximize synergies across goals and targets while addressing trade-offs. Achieving the SDGs by 2030 is still feasible, depending on how the recovery unfolds. Emergency humanitarian responses can lead to universal social protection systems. Transitions to clean energy and sustainable food systems can create new jobs while reducing pressure on the environment. Societies can learn from pandemic-induced experiences to work, consume, and live more sustainably and inclusively. A stronger science-policy-society interface can help fully harness the power of emerging technologies while also reducing their potential for widening inequalities. All countries can enhance collaboration together with the UN system to make it happen. The United Nations mounted a comprehensive response to the COVID-19 pandemic, supporting governments to save lives and contain the spread of the virus, mobilizing vital relief and medical supplies, providing policy guidance and technical assistance, fighting misinformation and advancing treatments and vaccines. But much more remains to be done to recover better for a more equitable, resilient, and sustainable world. The United Nations must be at the center of these efforts. Scientific assessments indicate that the next 10 years, which have been designated as the decade of action and delivery for sustainable development, will be a momentous time not only for achieving the SDGs, but also for setting the course further into the future. Our actions over the coming years will affect the sustainability of our planet and the welfare of future generations. Next year offers many opportunities to advance our work for sustainable development. At the global level, a series of UN summits and high-level conferences will address key areas such as food systems, energy, biodiversity, transport, internet governance, water management, ocean resources, and climate change. All these events provide a unique opportunity for leaders from the public and private sectors, scientific and academic communities, and civil society to promote collaboration, build multi-stakeholder partnerships, initiate transformative actions, and commit to impactful solutions. The time proximity of these events can help overcome conventional silos and work coherently across sectors. In all these areas, international cooperation can amplify the impacts of national actions, helping address inequalities across countries. The Russian Federation has a prominent role to play and a meaningful contribution to make in ensuring comprehensive coverage, substantive preparation, inclusive process, and impactful outcomes of all these events. The first voluntary national review submitted by Russia at this year's high-level political forum on sustainable development highlights the joint efforts of the state, business, and civil society is essential to achieving SDGs. Global Compact local networks are instrumental in facilitating cooperation between the public and private sectors. The VNR contains concrete examples of such collaboration with the participation of Severstal and Lukoil. Our databases on SDG good practices and SDG accelerated actions feature submissions from a Russian academic institution, NGO, and the Kazan City Council. We count on the Russian Global Compact Network to bring more partners from Russia to these initiatives. In concluding, I wish to reiterate our firm commitment to supporting all member states and all relevant partners in their efforts to implement the 2030 Agenda, to strengthening multilateralism and global solidarity, and to promoting a sustainable, resilient, and inclusive recovery, leaving no one behind. Please accept our warm greetings for the holiday season and best wishes for a happy new year. Thank you.